Chronic inflammation isn't just about aches and pains. It fuels disease, messes with digestion, and drains your energy. Inflammation plays a major role in chronic disease, but most people don't realize that what's on their plate is a big part of the problem. And the foods that you eat every day, they could be making it worse. In this video, I'm breaking down the worst inflammatory foods. I'm going to explain why they cause issues, and most importantly, give you simple, realistic swaps that will help you feel your best. Inflammatory foods do more than impact our weight. They can disrupt our gut health, our blood sugar, even our hormone balance. The biggest culprits: sugar, refined grain, processed meats, fried foods, all these things that trigger the body's inflammatory response. This pattern is a recipe for inflammation, and here's why. When we eat too many refined grains, added sugars, and unhealthy fats, and not enough antioxidants and fiber from whole foods, it activates the body's immune system in the wrong way. So when we talk about inflammatory foods, we're not just talking about bloating or stomach issues. We are talking about a full body effect that impacts everything from your metabolism to your mental clarity to your energy and your overall health. So let's dive into these foods that are inflammation triggers. Oh man, sugar is absolutely number one. In fact, if you've seen my beginner's guide to anti-inflammatory eating video, I mentioned that sugar is called an accomplice to inflammation. Why is sugar so terrible? Well, here in the US and many other countries, we eat a lot of sugar. And it's not just we're eating a lot of candy or ice cream or chocolate. Sugar is in our bread. It's added to yogurt. It's packed into our condiments like ketchup, barbecue, and salad dressings. It's in pasta sauces, protein bars, canned fruit, nut butters. I could seriously go on with the list. And don't even get me started on cereals. Like those ones with the cute cartoon characters aimed at kids to beg their parents to buy them and then load up on more sugar than they need in one day in just one bowl of cereal with milk. Yep, if you had 1 cup of Captain Crunch cereal with 2/3 cup of skim milk, that would give you a whopping 24 grams of added sugar in just one small bowl. And the recommendation is 25 grams or less of added sugar daily for children and women, and 36 grams for men. So in that one small bowl, you've already hit your daily limit. Imagine doing that for kids every single morning. There are several pathways that excess sugar can cause inflammation. So here's the snapshot. It reduces the production of short-chain fatty acids in our gut, which leads to the production of AGEs, advanced glycation end products. And these are harmful compounds that form when protein or fat is combined with sugar. So eating high amounts of added sugar can produce more AGEs. Higher concentrations of AGE leads to oxidative stress and inflammation. It's not a good combo. Now, speaking of sugar, soda and sugar-sweetened beverages. I know we're still in the sugar realm, but this one is important. Recently, my mother-in-law asked me, what's the absolute worst food for your health? And honestly, the first thing that popped in my mind, soda. Soda tops my list. There are no nutritional benefits. Sodas are literally liquid sugar bombs that flood our bloodstream with fructose, triggering inflammation and oxidative stress. Studies show that high fructose intake increases gut permeability, contributing to that leaky gut syndrome, which lets inflammatory compounds enter your bloodstream. A study found that consuming sugar-sweetened beverages regularly is associated with higher levels of inflammatory markers, including CRP, which is our C-reactive protein. 1 can of soda has more added sugar than your body needs in the entire day, while worsening insulin resistance. Just not a good combo. Refined carbohydrates, all those breads and pastas and pastries and ultra-processed snacks. These refined carbohydrates cause rapid blood sugar spikes, which contribute to insulin resistance and promote inflammation. Diets that are high in refined grains have been linked to elevated inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and tumor necrosis factor alpha, and a higher risk of metabolic syndrome and heart disease, along with disruptions in gut health, which weaken the gut barrier and allow those harmful toxins to enter the bloodstream. Now we have to talk about fast food and fried foods. The next time you're about to hit the drive-thru, this might make you think twice. Fried foods are packed with fats that fuel inflammation and can take a serious toll on your health. Regular consumption has been shown to raise levels of CRP, that key marker of inflammation, lower our good HDL cholesterol while increasing our bad LDL cholesterol, trigger oxidative stress, and studies show that frequent fried food intake is linked to higher levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines, which contribute to chronic inflammation. That quick meal might be convenient, but over time, having them frequently can lead to long-term health consequences. And is fast food even that good? Processed and red meats, deli meat, hot dogs, bacon, beef, and sausage. Processed meats and high consumption of red meat are significant inflammation triggers, and here's why. Research shows that eating a lot of red and processed meats can raise levels of inflammation in the body. One study found that eating a mix of red meats increased those CRP levels, but unprocessed red meat didn't have the same effect. I know many of you will be happy to hear this. This means that while processed meats like our bologna, our bacon, our sausages, and too much red meat can contribute to inflammation, eating small amounts of high-quality, unprocessed red meat may not have the same effect. The best approach is to balance your diet with different protein sources and choose whole, minimally processed foods to support your health. Now it's time for booze. I would be remiss if I didn't mention alcohol and its inflammation triggering effects. Excessive alcohol consumption can weaken the gut lining, increasing gut permeability and allowing inflammatory toxins to enter the bloodstream. Alcohol also promotes oxidative stress, and it depletes our body's antioxidant defenses, further fueling that inflammation. And studies link chronic alcohol intake with increased levels of CRP and inflammatory cytokines, contributing to conditions like liver disease, cardiovascular disease, even mental health struggles. Now that you know which foods trigger inflammation, let's talk about which foods to eat to cool down the fire. Ditch the soda and sugary drinks. Swap out soda, sugary drinks, and coffee drinks and energy drinks, and swap in sparkling water with lemon, herbal teas, or coffee with whatever milk you like, whether it's skim milk or almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk. Add a dash of cinnamon. It's delicious. Ditch the refined carbs. Ditch the white bread, the sugary pastries, the super ultra processed snacky crap, and swap in whole grains like whole wheat sourdough bread. Is there any bread that's better than that? I don't think so. And other grains like quinoa and brown rice, oats. Those are delicious. And ditch the fried foods and the fast foods as much as you can. Get rid of the fried chicken sandwiches, the fast food burgers, the greasy French fries, and swap them for air-fried sweet potato fries. How about a baked chicken sandwich? And some grass-fed beef burgers if you can. Or turkey burgers. Try to limit the bacon, the bologna, the highly processed beefs and sausages, and swap in some wild-caught salmon, lean poultry, ground turkey. How about lentils and beans? Or give tofu a try. And we can't forget the sugary snacks. Ditch the sugary snacks, candy bars, and those ultra-processed desserts. Swap them for stuff that's homemade energy bites, some dark chocolate. Your taste buds will adapt, and these whole foods are going to taste better and even sweeter. When you cut back on sugar and processed foods, your taste buds actually change. Research shows that after just 2 weeks of avoiding added sugars, people report that naturally sweet foods like fruit start tasting sweeter. A study found that 95% of participants noticed this shift, which proves that your body can adjust to a lower added sugar diet. And this means that over time, healthy foods become sweeter and more satisfying. Understanding which foods trigger inflammation is a powerful step forward in feeling your best. But reducing these foods is just one piece of the puzzle. In the next video in this series, I'll share long-term tips and strategies to help you support your healing through food. And I will see you there. Until then, eat well, be well, thrive.